Hey there, have you been trying to quit smoking, but you're thinking, what am I going to do with my hands when I quit smoking? Well, look no further, because in this video, I am going to get into 11 super fun things that you can do when you become a non-smoker. Who am I? I am Rita Black. I am a clinical hypnotherapist, a smoking cessation expert. I've helped thousands of people stop smoking over the last 20 years, but I'm a former big time smoker. And yeah, sure, I worried about what the hell to do with my hands when I tried to quit smoking too. So here's the first thing that you really want to do, even before we get into this, is you want to get into my masterclass, How to Quit Smoking Without Withdrawal, Cravings, or Weight Gain. It's fun. I'm going to get into removing all of those mental roadblocks that get in your way, because most of what gets in our way when we try to quit smoking is mental. And one of them is worrying about what we're going to do with our hands. Because here's the crazy thing. Our brain is always looking for what's missing. But the weird thing is if you can flip it around, then it doesn't. And what I mean by that is when there was many years prior to your becoming a non-smoker, if you started smoking when you were like 13 or 14, you had 14 good years of doing stuff with your hands as a non-smoker, right? But the moment you started smoking, your brain started giving power to cigarettes and started to say, oh, I need a cigarette to do something with my hands. I'm always doing something with my hands. Well, that could be true, but there are many things that we do with our hands other than smoking. And if you look at non-smokers, most of them are doing plenty of things like holding their coffee, driving their car as a non-smoker, because their brain isn't looking that there's a void there. See, what happens is when we try to quit smoking, our brain sees it as if we're taking away the cigarette. So our brain is always walking around and saying, well, I'm trying to do this without the cigarette. Or, oh, I should be holding a cigarette because, like I usually hold a cigarette here and I've got to do something with my hands. If you think about it, it's kind of crazy because we do things with our hands all the times as human beings. Our hands are what, make us the rulers of the animal kingdom, like our thumbs, our opposable thumbs, we are amazing and we do so much with our hands. But when we are trying to quit smoking, we immediately think, I need a cigarette here. It's just made to have a cigarette, when that's actually just not true. So when you become a non-smoker, actually, when I work with people, what we're doing isn't quitting smoking. We're not taking away, but we're creating something new, our new life as a non-smoker. So we're not looking at it with the voids. The voids go away because smoking creates the voids. Up until you were a smoker, you didn't need a cigarette for anything. Then you smoked that first cigarette and then there was a little smoking void and then another one and then another one. And then we think, oh my gosh, I need to do this stuff with my hands. And it just isn't true. When you become a non-smoker, that all goes away. I assure you. But it's hard to believe when you're smoking. I understand that. But I want to inspire you with these 11 fun things so that you can, they're kind of fun. And so hopefully you'll get into this. I think you will. Okay. The first thing that you can do with your non-smoking hands is smell them, because they're going to smell good. Put a little lotion on them and they just smell so nice because they don't smell stinky like smoke. Because most people I work with, most smokers will say, God, I hate that. Like when I smoke a cigarette and I stink, or a lot of them will wear like gloves or I knew this guy who would hide it from his wife. So he would put like the dish gloves on and go walk around the block, and he'd put the shower cap on his head and he'd have the whole thing going just so he didn't smell like smoke. So as a non-smoker, guess what? You can smell your hands. They smell so wonderful, and you can just spend all day just going, dang, my hands, they smell good. That's what you can do as a non-smoker. Now, the second thing you can do, well, this goes along with what I just said, so I'm building on the hands thing, is you can put lotion on them and you can love them. And why can you love them? It's because they're going to look younger. That's right. When you quit smoking, the cells in our body are made up of a lot of things, but they're made up of water. And smoking completely dehydrates our body, our organs, our skin. So when you become a non-smoker, you get non-smokers' hands, and they're smoother, they're less dry, and you can just love on them. You can just love on those hands, just love on them, put a little lotion on, rub it in, smell it, and just love it on. Okay, enough about the hands or the lotion on the hands, Rita. Let's move on. But you can love them because they are going to look younger. Now, the other thing you can do is you can look in the mirror with your hands. You can touch your younger looking face, because believe it or not, within like the first few weeks, the water, like I was just saying, the water plumps up those little smoker lines that we go to smokers, and we actually look more fresh-faced and dewy. Oh, and we look so good. We can look in the mirror and go, dang, I look good because I'm a non-smoker. So you can touch your younger looking face. All right, I told you this was going to be a little silly but fun, but now you can hug yourself. You can hug yourself as a non-smoker, and you can hug other people because you don't have to worry about smelling like smoke. That was something I was always worried about when I was a smoker, like, are they smelling that smoke on me? No matter, how much I doused myself with perfume and chewed the gum and did the mouthwash and made sure I sprayed my clothes and all of that. I was like, can they smell that cigarette? It's such a horrible feeling when you want to just hug somebody and love on them, or, to hold their hand or draw them close. I'm so much more touchy-feely as a non-smoker than I was. I was kind of like just always, oh, yeah, nice to see you guys. See you later. I hope they didn't smell the smoke on me. So, I hope that as a non-smoker, you're going to love on some more people too. Lots of hugs and self-hugs. Love it. You can count your money. Oh yeah, baby. You can count all that money you are going to make as a non-smoker because you're not spending it on cigarettes or on vape juice, and you will have so much more money in your bank account. If you're smoking a pack a day, or if you're vaping, that's like $3,500 more in your bank account as a non-smoker, and you can just spend your days counting your money with your hands. That's right. You can go look on your bank account with your app, or you can just count that pile of cash, whatever way you choose. Okay, the sixth thing to do is you can make the peace sign, because you're going to feel so much more peaceful as a non-smoker. Absolutely. Being a non-smoker, you aren't worried about where am I going to smoke my next cigarette? How many cigarettes do I have left in my pack? It's very stressful being a smoker. We think cigarettes calm us down. They don't. They elevate our central nervous system. They increase our heart rate. Smoking is very, very anxiety provoking and stressful because there's always the dopamine center in our brain. That dopamine center in our brain is always agitating us for that next cigarette. And we think that when we smoke, it calms us down. But actually what's happening is that our brain has been bugging us so hard for a cigarette that when we smoke, it just stops bugging us. And it feels like it's calming us down, but it's not. It's actually a catch-22 where we smoke because our brain's bugging us for it. And so we're relieving that agitation, not relaxing ourselves. So you can make the peace sign, peace, brother, when you are a non-smoker. You can make jazz hands because you are super excited that you are a non-smoker. Okay, I threw that one in there. That one was just like you can give, okay, so the thumbs up sign is something like when you're in your car, people's like, well, what am I going to do with my hands in my car? Well, hopefully you've got them on the steering wheel and you're driving them, and believe me, everybody's on their phone now in the days in the car. So you smoking and on your phone and this and that, gosh, It's a wonder we don't have more accidents. But no, you can roll down your window and you can give the thumbs up sign. Hey man, I'm a non-smoker. I'm not getting the ashes blown in on me. I'm not getting the cherry throwing back in my back seat and having to put it out. Things are good. Life is good as a non-smoker. All right. Another thing you can do is you can get on your phone and you can call your friends and your family with your hand and you can tell them, hey, I'm a non-smoker. That's a lot of numbers to call. Ooh. Now, another super fun thing, and you know what, you guys, this is something that you're really going to love, is that there are apps on your phone. If you go to the phone store, maybe you know about this already, or not the phone store. If you go to the app store and you write app for quitting smoking, there's lots of cool apps that you can get. Well, it will tell you, you know, day 3, your heart is better. This is what's going on in your lungs. It will tell you exactly every single little thing that you are doing, that your body's doing to get healthier. So that's another great thing that you can do with your hands when you're a non-smoker. And the last thing, now this is kind of super fun for those of you who are single and are looking to stop smoking because you don't want to be in a relationship with a smoker, and you know that the market for non-smokers when you're going out to date is a lot bigger. Is you can swipe left and swipe right. You can get on those dating apps. I get many clients who come to me and they're like, I need to quit smoking because I want to date and I want to get out there on the scene, and I don't necessarily want to date a smoker, and I don't want to be a smoker. And so when you become a non-smoker, you can swipe left and you can swipe right and swipe left and find the love of your life as a non-smoker. Now, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm speaking to you guys primarily, the hidden bonus of becoming a non-smoker isn't what you can do with your hands, but what you can do with other body parts, because believe it or not, guys, becoming a non-smoker helps other parts of your body be stronger, more vital, and perform better. And because smoking impairs our hormones, i.e. testosterone, i.e. progesterone and estrogen for you ladies. So the bonus is not only the hands, but all the other parts of the body get revitalized and re-energized as a non-smoker. Just a little extra incentive to all of you guys out there and all of you ladies out there to rev up your love life and to enjoy the wonderful, fantastic benefits, which, you know, you got a love life going. You'll have a lot more to do with your hands. Okay. I'm not going to say anything more without turning red and blushing, but now I will have an invitation for you. Join me in my free masterclass, How to Quit Smoking Without Withdrawal, Cravings, or Weight Gain. I obviously love to talk about this stuff, but in this masterclass, I really love to get people in that headspace to really quit smoking by removing the mental roadblocks that keep us stuck. Most of what's keeping you stuck right now is absolutely mental and not physical, although everybody focuses on that. The majority of what you need to remove in order to be successful is actually mental, and we get into it in my masterclass. Come join me. It's free. It's a good time. And I hope that you have enjoyed the 11 fun things to do with your hands when you stop smoking. And join my masterclass. I'd love to show you even more. Okay, take care and have a fantastic day.